Hello, another practice with sacred breath Qigong, a place where we come to learn about our bodies and how to make them work at their best. In a very short time every day, you can learn and create something special for yourself. I've been traveling out here in the desert for the last week, and there's a word that has come to mind, and it happens everywhere in nature, and in the desert it happens a lot more than other places. And the word is erosion. The wind, the water, the heat, the harsh elements, they all affect how this land looks and how it operates. So let's start by standing still. It's a nice still morning here in the desert. Notice the scenery around me. The rocks out in the distance have been cut by the wind and the elements and the heat. Sandstone is soft and it washes away. Let's take a breath in and let it out. We have erosion in our own lives. In and out. With that erosion, we want to be able to find the beauty in and out. Because with God, all things are beautiful. In and out. Now we're just going to start moving our arms side to side, twisting on the spine, opening up that low back, taking the hands all the way across, looking up over your shoulder, just gently moving. There were days this week where the wind was calm, just a gentle breeze in the heat. Now we're going to let that intensity build. Pumping your legs, relaxing your tailbone towards the ground, trying to get a straight spine up and down, extended in length. Just the twist from side to side. Let your hand come all the way across to your low back now as it crosses the body. Take a smile and just notice how you're beginning to feel as you relax into the moment. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth right now, just to kind of cleanse out anything that is no longer needed. Let's bring our hands up over and knock over our shoulder. Our shoulders carry a lot of stress and burdens, just like big heavy rocks. And we can soften those by just gently tapping on them. Let's slop on the body now. As we knock across the midsection where our organs are, we stimulate our digestion. We stimulate our diaphragm with our breathing as we do this. Our lungs. And as our hand hits across the back, we're balancing our kidneys and our adrenal glands. And as we breathe out, we're just letting go of frustration, fear, stress, anxiety, anything that's keeping us stuck. Go back to waving gently across. And bring it back to center and let it settle. All right, just tip your head in a circle one way, just 3, and the other. Bring your hands up and just let's circle our wrists, our shoulders, and contract our rib cage all at the same time. Just in and out. We're moving things, getting them warmed up and ready to go for the day. One thing that happens in nature is when there is erosion, there's these things called gully washers, other direction, and the rains will come harsh and they'll run down the lowest point, bringing rocks and debris with it. And then we get like a dam and it won't work. And this is what this kind of practice does, is we're undamming those spots that are full up of debris. All right, last one. Settle. Now we got to get the lower part of the body. My favorite move is just the hips. This works so great when you're car tripping or airplane tripping. Just push those hips back and then forward as you rotate. Other direction. Smile at yourself for caring enough to do something about it. All right, we're just for our feet and ankles and knees, we're just going to squat down, come onto our toes, drop them, and come up. Lift. Working on balance, opening up that toe bed. Knees face forward. Seems silly. Perfect. And then just circle those knees. One direction and the other. This is circling your ankles at the same time. All right, and come up. Breath down. In and out. All right, we're going to move into some flow just to balance the water, the wind, and the heat. And to quiet the mind. Let's come up and start with the mind. Bring a ball of white light right in front of your head. Of course, it's imaginary. Turn your hands toward your head. Let that white light shine in. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, let the belly expand. And as you breathe out, let the belly contract. Belly button moving towards the low back. Do about 5 breaths here. Consciously choosing to clear the mind. Quiet it. Really expand this last breath in and out. Dropping it right here to the belly area. This is our solar plexus. This is our balancing energy of the earth. Keeps us connected to the earth. Picture a golden light here. Just let that breathe in and out. Bringing balance and harmony to the internal organs, the stomach and the spleen. All right, let's tip it down. Again, we're going to just look for a bright white light. This lower belly area. Just breathe in. Belly expands, contracts. Do 5 more there. Soften that tailbone down, lengthen the spine up. As you do that, you'll feel the energy move better. A lot of times if you're sitting during the day, your posture will hunch in on your organs, pulling your head forward, and then things can't move properly. So throughout the day, just take some time and lengthen that spine and open the joints. Those are 2 things to remember always. And then take a breath. Breathe it in and breathe it out. If your day is stressful and hard, take a breath. When there's no movement in the air, it gets extremely hot. One of the most likely organs to overheat is our heart, and we need to calm that with water. All right, one more. We take our feet wide, and we're just going to lean to the left, move over, and bring your arm up and send it out. Bring it over and send it out. Bring it over and send it out. One more there, over and send it out. Other side, bend over. Bring the arm up. Send. So we're using our whole body here as we swipe up, arch one direction and then the other. Great. Bring that down. We bring up our hands and balance our heart energy. Cloudy hands. Just bring them across. Like the wind in the desert. It's refreshing and bold. Let it cut away anything we no longer need. And if it's cutting deep and it feels painful, look behind me at the rocks. Notice what beauty comes even with injury. We find peace and beauty if we really look for it. Last one there. And settle. Bringing our feet closer together. Going to bring up fountain. Remember, this balances our kidney energy. Parts of us that get down, dark, and depressed. We've come out of winter, so it's time to not just sit on the couch. Not a time to just sit and watch movies. It's a time to get out and enjoy nature. All right, hands come up in front of us. We're going to widen just a little under the shoulders. Stack the spine, relax the tailbone. Pushing out and around. Pull it in. Balancing the beauty of the earth. The grounding nature of dirt, soil. As the water and the heat go down into the earth, the plants in the desert sometimes have to go a long time without nourishment. We experience that in our own lives. Might be dried up, thirsty, and look like we're dead. But those plants in the desert are just waiting for some moisture. They've learned how to conserve energy, keeping a reserve down in their lower roots structure. And in Qigong, this lower root structure is right here in your lower belly area. So let's take our hands there and just place it there. Take a breath. That's where we reserve energy for when we need it. All right, bring your hands up to your chest. And we're going to open and close. This is going to work the upper back. Opening our heart to the sky. Our heart is the element that is friendly, outgoing. Some of us don't feel that. We're too heavy with burdens. So today I encourage you to just send a message to a friend. Pick up a phone and call them. Or better yet, write them a letter. Tell them something wonderful about themselves. We all need more of that in our life. All right, let's take a stance. We're going to do a standing posture, reaching towards heaven, the sky. Bring your elbows a little bit in, sides of the hands faced out, fingers spread like you're holding a golden urn. Those fingers will work like an antenna to bring in the good. Lengthen the spine. Your knees are slightly bent, so there's structure in them. You can feel the lines of energy running up your legs. If you pay attention, you'll feel them running up your spine, into your head, and lengthen your head. Notice how that feels as you just breathe gently through your nose. These standing postures build strength. And bring that down. Bring it up and around and down. Turn to the side, bring it up and around and down. Up to the center and down. And up to the side and down. Bring back in front. Bring our hands out in front of us. Palms face down. Lengthen the spine. Just doing a few standing postures today, again, to build that core strength. We opened up, so now the energy can flow up and down the spine. And if I'd encourage you anything, it's to feel that energy come in through your head, like sun shining down in. And as you trace your mind with a scan down through the body and reach the ground, then I want you to look deep down in the ground for water and pull that up through your feet, through your legs, through your core, and up through your spine, up through the top of your head. Let that settle. Now we're just going to open our hands out in front of us, letting those fingers work as a magnet, pulling in good energy from all around the breath. As you start to practice and you open up space, you will start to notice the magnetic energy of the hands and the healing that can come as you use your hands on gentle spots of your body, meridian pathways, acupressure points, to reduce problems within the body. I encourage you to look up acupressure points and find ones that help you, whether it be your stomach, your heart, your spleen. Bring it around and settle. Take a breath and just stand. Let's straighten our legs and just stand like a tree. Drop that tailbone, lengthen the spine. Little space under the arms so you can feel the energy flow. Send the energy up your feet and up your back, over the top of your head and down through the front of the body. And just visualize a circuit of energy moving around in a circle as it goes up the back of your spine, over your head and down the front of your body. It's called the microcosmic orbit. The natural energy pathway of the body. It's what gives us strength to do what we need. It's a beautiful hummingbird out here in the middle of nowhere. Just flew over my head. I don't know if you saw it. And let's take a minute to connect heaven and earth, because that's what this is all about. So we'll alternate stretch up, bring it back in through the center, alternate stretch, bring it through. Birds are playing. I saw a jackrabbit last night run through this area. Right, push it up. Thanking God for everything we have to show us how to live our lives. If we study nature, we find these patterns all throughout the world. Whatever climate you live in, nature has patterns. Our body is part of that nature. We learn to work with it, and we will see the beauty within ourselves. Last one. Place your hands over your low belly. Circulate that energy. Remember how we talked about desert plants needing to store that down deep? We might have a long, hard summer or a long, cold winter. We need to be prepared so that it doesn't throw us. Lock it in. Take a breath. One more. In and out. And last one. Take it in. And like always, let it go with a sigh. You practice one more day. You'll feel better and stronger, healthier and wiser every day as you practice. So keep it up. I'm proud of you.